A big thank you to you guys for joining us today. So the stock market this week is another end of the week.
Yep.
Stock market was just there. Not much happened, at least for me and my portfolio, and also the stocks I have in my checklist. Sorry, my wait list or my watch list. For you, what was it like?
Well, it was relatively normal. I mean, we had a lot of things going on during the week. We had a couple of companies making announcements. Some of my long-term holds made an announcement. We had Beyond Meat, BYND, ticker symbol, into alternate meat solutions. We had companies like SQ. We mentioned that last week. They made earnings announcement, which wasn't really bad at all. We could see that we went well afterwards. We had PTON crumble because of the news of accidents, and also I'm trying to get a recovery during the earnings announcement on Thursday. And likewise, I mean, so many things going on in the stock market. We have ticker symbol VXRT, a vaccine company that are into trial version for oral vaccines. We mentioned that in a 3 weeks video or 4 weeks video ago. And a lot of things happened, and some of which were not so good. In general, the market wasn't so bullish, but we had some good runs and some also very, very deep plunges.
And we have to mention as well that there was the unemployment reports in the US, which kind of affected the market as well. So I wouldn't say that the market was overall bad. It wasn't overall bad. It was just not eventful. Basically, it just wasn't eventful as we would like it to be as investors, right? As traders.
Yeah, but it's okay. This is an opportunity for people to look into
to get back in,
opportunities. A lot of opportunities are just floating right now. Some of your great companies are really selling at discount price. We have NEO.
NEO is at a very discounted price.
Xpeng, and on the long run, these things are going to come back, and we will see a great one. But a recap on our stocks for last week. Number one was ticker symbol VKHS, Workhorse Group.
VKHS.
And over the past 5 days, it went down 22%. So over the past 5 days, it went down 22%. That's a lot of going down. However, we have companies or investors like ARK Invest kept buying more in this company. I don't know, maybe they've sold recently because I haven't checked their data, but I know that ARK Invest hold some of Workhorse. And another stock that we had last week.
Just before we go for Workhorse, you remember last week we mentioned for 3 stocks that we actually mentioned on the video. We said that you should have those on your watch list because they are new even to us. We just, for example, Workhorse is relatively new. We've not bought in yet. There are stocks we intend to watch to see the trend so we can get in at some point. So hopefully you did not get in yet. At least that was the advice in that video from last week. So you can go ahead.
And then we have Embera, ticker symbol ERJ. They're into selling, manufacturing of private aircraft, jets. And over the past 5 days, we saw a good 16% up run.
That's really good.
Very, very impressive. It was really surprising because they actually missed earnings or rating earnings on April, but they beat revenue, so they were quite high revenue. I guess due to the COVID, a lot of people are actually putting in purchase for jets.
Okay, I can't relate yet.
Rich people are really getting into this stuff. And we had AHT, ticker symbol AHT, Ashford Hospitality Trust. They're into real estate and it likes. So we were actually hoping that this is going to have a good comeback on the post COVID returns, because we saw some uprise over the past 2 weeks ago, 25% back to back, Monday, Tuesday, and last week it went up 4%. So totally of last week was 4%. But after the drop on Monday, we could see a good rise on Friday of about 13.4%. Currently trading at 2.86. We will still keep this one on our watch list because our average price on this is really high. So this would be a very, very good run. And another stock we picked, which I also mentioned before, is Vaxart, which is the vaccine company, ticker symbol VXRT. I just want to mention that all vaccine stocks were really going crazy last week. OCGN was going down, Novavax was going down.
Novavax went down so much.
So I think it was a catalyst that was affecting all of them. I don't know why. Maybe because of the spike in cases in India or whatever is going on in
but
the
if
world
that's
right
the
now.
reason, it should actually be going up instead.
Yeah, maybe that is claiming to be that there's a new strain that isn't effective as a vaccine.
Perhaps.
So we have to really dig into that, and we saw a good plunge of 33.21% on Vaxart. However, when I was watching the stock during last week, we're seeing good, very big drops during the day and good run in the post market. So some people might have traded this and make some good profit. And another stock we had was Digital Turbine, APPS, which is one of a stock that you're very bullish in.
Yes, that's true. It's actually one of my. It used to be one of my favorite stocks, but I don't know what's going on with them right now. The range used to be around 80, so between 78 to about 85. However, over the last week, it's down to about 62 or thereabouts, which is quite weird. Of course, I'm still relatively up there, but
I mean, you got it at 3, so
I bought it at $3 or $4.
I bought it at 20, but I sold in between. So,
but irrespective of the fact that I got in relatively early, I still feel like there is something we need to check there. There's something not going right, and when I have the answers, I'll mention that.
Well, I think they're doing relatively well. I think tech stocks are just really having a good hit, because from last week, April 29, we saw them purchasing some other companies. They're really expanding.
Yes, they are. Their market valuation, everything, their numbers or their profit loss statements and their financial statements are in order. Everything looks quite fine.
They're a software platform into advertisement, digital, provide.
But I feel like there's something we are not seeing yet, which we really need to look into.
Yeah, so but I think the analyst rating for this is still a buy and a hold. So currently trading at $65.1.
It's very good discount price to get in my opinion, because I know it moves very well. So 65 is going back to about 82, 85. So you may want to have that in your watch list if that's something that interests you.
Yeah, so in the past 5 days, that has went down minus 13.59%, 13.69%, which is relatively high. And our last peak from last week was TIRX, ticker symbol TIRX, Tian Ruhan Odin. That's a Chinese company that are into tax. Into subsidiary, their insurance broker in China. So Chinese company, we mentioned to be very, very careful about them. It went down minus 13.66%, and the reason we picked the stock was based on technical analysis. We saw a good plunge sometime last month from about $90 to the IPO price, and there has been some trading after that period. So there has been some. I've been in and out, and I got good profit from the run. So I think this might be running back up to cover up the gap in from the huge drop. And the reason for that was either a quick pump from Chinese investor, and also the threat that Nasdaq was going to delist the company, which was mentioned in the previous video. And that was the full recap from our
So that's what happened in the previous week. We'll go now into the stock picks for the coming week. So stock picks for this coming week. For me, as I mentioned last week, we'll actually be looking at stocks which I have not bought into yet, right? So, for example, we mentioned earlier FREQW, HKS, as well as Embraer. I've not bought in those yet. I'll just be making sure I understand the trends. That's what if you are interested in that stock or these stocks as well, I think you should do that. However, one I have mentioned a few times is Square. I think the price is not that bad to get in now. You may want to try that. You may want to have it in your watch list. Please, the stock market at this particular moment is one you need to study before actually getting in. So please do that. Another one I would like to mention is, and we have mentioned a few times, that when it is almost summer, we try to buy some of these sun stocks, right?
Sun run.
We
run for the sun.
Stocks that have to do with say solar panels and solar companies, basically, right? That's what we try to get into. So that being said, SunPower is one of them. SunPower, That is SPWR. It's currently trading at about 23. I think we are looking at going back to the average range of about 40 there. Again, you may want to actually study the trend before you get in. So Sun Power is one. Another one is Sunrun. Sunrun is one you also, the ticker symbol is RUN. It's one you also may want in your watch list. However, please understand the trend. I think we're going back to about 60 for Sunrun. Of course, it's not 60 is not going to happen in 1 week. Right?
We have a good support there.
Yeah, it's not going to happen in 1 week. It just won't get back. It's trading currently at about 45, 45.64 actually. So you may want to hold that for quite some time, at least. I would say maybe a month or thereabout before we get back to the target price of about 60, and it may actually go over 60 because from the chart it looks like we have good support here, and yeah, 60 should be an average there. Anyway, that's it from me. What about you?
Well, for me, I'm ditching on stocks and I'm going to cryptos. So, but anyways, we had a great news on Friday last week. Chamat spoke about the time when they're going to have the meeting with one of their merger, Sophie. These actually drove up the price of a SPAC. It's been a long time we heard about SPAC, or we spoke about SPAC, special acquisition companies that are in the public market just to help a company go public. We have IPOE, ticker symbol IPOE, one of Chamat's very popular guy, Indian guy, SPACs. We have IPOF and others. But IPOE got a very good ride on Friday. We saw a 12% rise, abrupt, crazy, because they tweeted that they're going to have the voting announcement for merger with Sophie scheduled for May 27. So looking at this trend, we might be seeing a good run-up period to that measure based on the hype. And that would be something I'll be looking out for. Although I'm not really going to be looking out for it because I already have this company on my watch list. It's crazy, or on my portfolio rather. I have the security. I bought a couple of units, and it's crazy how all the SPACs actually went back to an average of $10, which is their ideal price based on whatever SPAC was going on. Yeah. So that was a crazy run, but we had companies like CCIV also trying to regularize and stay normal. And yeah, I'll be looking at that, and I would also like to mention some of the stocks we got from Clubhouse. Number one stock we got is DSCR, Discovery Minerals, very penny stock. If you're able to get into these risky $100, $200, $500 wouldn't be a bad idea. We've seen a huge run of 9,000% in the past 6 months. Might be a very risky one, but might be the one to buy you. It
is a very risky one.
Yeah. You might be the one to buy you your first Lamborghini. So
please be careful. It's OTC, so it's over the counter. So please be careful there. It's up to you. You need to use your discretion. Do your DD as well. See if it is something you do not mind risking some money on. Okay.
Yeah, very and important. Then we have LTNC, Labor Smart. So that is also one we got from Clubhouse. And for me, I'm just going to suggest you to check out our previous videos. You're going to see a couple of good stocks we have picked in the past that are very good price right now because of the
mini corrections.
The corrections we had in March and April. So you might want to get into those companies. They are in a previous video, APHT. A lot of them.
And also we mentioned we got this from Clubhouse couple months back, I believe. It's AA Alcoa, Alcoa, maybe that's the pronunciation. When we mentioned, I remember when we mentioned it in our video on Clubhouse, I think it was about maybe 25 then, but it's trading at about 41 now, so you may want to check that out. Again, these are just honorable mentions like AA. Also, for those that are interested, because for beginners, when they want to buy stocks, the first thing they look into is Tesla. It's also at a discount price now. If you are interested in the Tesla hype, but you need to understand the stock as well.
So
you don't want to do that.
Monday, 10th of May, we're having Vuzix announcement, which is a good one of our favorite stocks we picked. We have PRTR on Tuesday, a very good one.
Yeah.
And a couple of other great companies are going to be having an announcement. A lot of events are going to be happening, so you want to keep an eye out there. And yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, that's it from me. Also, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back again next week.
Hit the like button, subscribe.
Yeah, true. You should do those things. He said. Yeah, cheers everyone. Bye.
Yeah, bye.